What a week this has been here at the Eagle. A tornado early in the week, high winds the next day. And then once we get back home, spring. 80, 85, 86, 87 degrees. That's almost summer every single day. My buddy Dennis Hamel and his son Mark came down from Kansas, fished a couple of days. Larry Sissel from Tulsa came over and fished with us. Fished 4 in a boat, but I've got a big Ranger 521 with a big 250 horsepower Mercury engine on there. So you could still win a Mercury engine, still have time to win a Mercury engine, just barely, but you can win a Mercury engine. Go to jimmyhouston.com. We're giving that engine away at the Bassmaster Classic, which comes up here at the end of this month. I think you have another week or so you can enter. Go to jimmyhouston.com and tell you how to enter right there. It doesn't cost anything to enter. 1 entry per person only. Everybody's got the same equal chance to win. You'll be able to win up to a 300 horsepower engine, which is $32,000. Even if you don't have a boat, you can take that engine, trade it in on a boat and motor. That's how big of an engine it is, how expensive it is as well. And you'll be entering under Jimmy Houston. I had a contest with Bill Dance and Roland Martin. I mean, not Roland Martin, Bill Dance and Hank Parker. Roland's not in this contest. And we have a pie in the face. Bill Dance had more votes, more entries, not votes. They're not voting for Bill Dance. They're entering under his social media. We have several videos out talking about it. But for some reason, our social media people have not entered. And Dance is got more votes than Bill and Hank Parker and me put together. Hank Parker's got more than me. I'm in 3rd place. None of my social media, and we have more social media than both those guys put together. We got about 1 million people on social media. But obviously nobody thinks they can win that motor, but somebody's going to win that motor. I was hoping it'd be one of our people. Still can be one of our people, even though we have probably lost the contest. Not totally lost it, we don't know. Had to have a lot of people enter here in the last couple of weeks to win. So we'll see what happens. The deer, quite a few deer out there this morning. They've been just feeding all around the house all morning. It's just been wonderful watching. It's real windy out there, so it's going to be really, really windy today. Cold front coming through, but for the most part, no winter weather coming now anymore. If it's going to come, it's almost going to have to come in April. Looking at the 15-day forecast out, we have no days below freezing. I think one day 38 degrees or 36 degrees at night, and even then it's supposed to be back up in the 70s during the day. A lot of 70-degree weather forecast for the next couple of weeks. Fishing. I still have quite a few appearances in March, but not nearly as many in April. A few in April, but not nearly as many. March has been a really, really busy month. I spoke at several churches this month, I think 4 or 5 or 6, plus a lot of work for Shell Rotella. Went to a big tractor supply show in Nashville for Shell Rotella. Plus the big Louisiana Sportsman Show coming up at the end of the month in Laplace, Louisiana, down near New Orleans. I will have my Ranger Rotella boat in that show, in the Shell Rotella booth. A Ranger 521R will be in that show. Last year we had that show in Baton Rouge. Everybody around the New Orleans area needs to come out and visit. I think that is the last weekend of this month, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will be there all 3 days. It's a giant show. Going to be a lot of fun, a lot of people, and definitely a time to talk fishing because it is fishing season deluxe. But then once we turn into April, turkeys are gobbling. Spring is here. Everyone out there ought to thank God. Praise the Lord for giving you another spring. And he's given us another spring here at the Eagle. And we are just so excited about it. We're beside ourselves. What a great time to be alive in the greatest country in the world, the whole U.S. of A. America. America the beautiful. It's going to turn beautiful. The trees are going to start turning green this week. We'll watch it happen. We will watch it happen right here on Jimmy Houston Outdoors social media. Look at all those. Some of those are bucks now. They just don't have antlers. As the food gets more scarce, the big old does get more aggressive. Isn't that something? This is kind of an amazing sight as we come out here. We have had huge winds today. They're actually are not blowing now nearly like they've been blowing all day, but they've been absolutely fantastic all day. You can look at the sun. I'm shooting right straight at the sun with my camera right now. My iPhone, 100-year-old iPhone. You'd think they'd give me a new one, but everybody else is giving them away free except AT&T. All they do is send a bill. It's blowing the iPhone, just about blowing it out of my hands right now. I don't know what the audio sounds like. Probably horrible. But that's looking straight into the sun. It's not, that's the sun. And it's just absolutely blowing something awful. Just amazing. And what you're seeing out there, is a haze. And that haze kind of looks a little like rain or fog. That haze is actually dust. And where's that dust coming from? Western Oklahoma. Got a lot of pollen in it, I guess, and Texas, coming from Texas, and it's absolutely amazing. You can see what's going on out here. Just turn that thing around and kind of take a look at it there, and then check my audio. It's got to sound pretty terrible, but you can see it's just blowing something amazing. I mean, just really blowing, and that kind of hazy looking, foggy looking stuff out there is dust back behind me. Dust. Look at that. Just crazy. It's amazing. And I was looking, see it, that haze over the top of that mountain over there? It kind of just turns to, that's from, kind of looks like it's clouds go over there. It's not clouds, just dirt. And I don't know if I can look into that sun with the camera the way I'm looking there. But see that big cloud of dust over there behind me? It's really showing something amazing. And you can look right into the sun, and not even, you look at it, you can hurt your eyes because there's so much dust between here and there. Just amazing amount of dust. See that big dust cloud over there? And it's quite a ways before dark. It's not even close to dark, and yet it looks like this. Just unbelievable winds. 50, 60, 70 mile an hour winds. They're having evacuations all over the state of Oklahoma today. We haven't seen any smoke anywhere around here, and I hadn't smelled smoke, so I don't know what we have in southern Oklahoma. There's fires north of here, but all around the Oklahoma City area and west of there and then north of there. Evacuations all over, and houses catching on fire. It's not California, it's Oklahoma. But we're just an extreme fire danger day, and I think this storm is going to wreak havoc with the southeast tonight, from what I understand. It's one of those historical type storms. We're really not going to get any lightning or anything like that out of it, but it's actually, there's that sun right there. I knew I could turn my camera around where I get it. There's the sun right there. That's the camera facing right at the sun. The dust is so much dust between here and there that I can look right at that sun and it doesn't even bother me. Isn't that amazing? Crazy weather in Oklahoma. Huge winds. I'm glad I fished yesterday and not today. By the way, we've whacked them. Boy, they are biting right now. When the wind quits blowing, get yourself out there on the lake. Spring left with all of the high winds and wildfires yesterday that destroyed actually hundreds of homes here in Oklahoma. You see where we live here, we are actually so blessed to be in these woods. However, many people in Oklahoma lost their home during the wildfires yesterday. And we actually here in southern Oklahoma where we live, in the woods, really. I mean, woods everywhere. And you can see all the trees that we have in our yard. And we have cleared out around the house here a lot for protection. But Stillwater, Oklahoma, up around Manford on Lake Keystone, many homes destroyed there in areas that had nice, big, beautiful lawns. A lot of these were large homes, a lot larger than ours, I believe, and just simply destroyed. A heartbreaking situation that, from Oklahoma from the wildfires yesterday afternoon. They're all gone. The wind switched around to the north, and It's blowing not bad out there at all, and it's cooled off a lot. Temperatures got down below 50, and the 40s doesn't sound like that cold, and it's not. But when it had been in the 80s and staying above 60 at night, it's quite a difference. Those are two beautiful bucks right there, with antlers starting to grow. I think the closest one to us is TC. You can see his nubbins is getting started pretty well there. They will start rapidly growing here pretty soon. He grows some really good size antlers. And the other buck that's with him there, I don't know who he is, or just really hard to tell when they lose their antlers. But that's about all that's around this morning. Those high winds were disrupting to the wildlife as well. You see that one's nubbins starting to come back pretty well as himself. But a terrible deal here in Oklahoma. Pray for a lot of these people here in Oklahoma. They've got, there's just a lot of people that lost everything they had. A wildfire is very devastating, and you don't have even any pieces to pick up hardly. And like a tornado, it looked a lot like a tornado going through it. Some houses would be completely burned, and other houses nearby not touched at all. Many people wet their roofs down with water hoses, just simply soak their house to try to keep those houses from catching on fire. Many right beside houses that were soaked with water on the roofs burned completely to the ground. It looked like California. Not nearly as many homes because we don't have as many people, but around the Stillwater area, around the Manford, Oklahoma, Lake Keystone area, some neighborhoods would have, 20 or 25 houses in one neighborhood that was completely destroyed. Very, very, very devastating. And of course, those storms went on to the southeast, toward Arkansas, Missouri, Georgia, Alabama, and tornadoes. Texas was hit also. It's a really devastating time here in Oklahoma. Things are still good and peaceful here on Twin Eagle Ranch. It's been just a little while since we've seen Red Tag and her two beautiful babies out in the front yard between the house and the lake. I was a little bit concerned about her, but there she is out there this evening. Cool day today. Never did get above about 60, even if it got to 60, I'm not sure. Stayed pretty cool all day after the horrendous winds yesterday and the cool light in the night last night. And all of the houses that burned down in Oklahoma, just a terrible deal. So many people just suffered total losses of their house. And some of those people, they said, were renting those houses, so they lost all their personal belongings, got out of there with nothing but the clothes on their back. It's just a devastating deal. And hopefully the majority of those houses, and hopefully all of those houses, had good fire insurance on them, and I suspect that they did. It's kind of hard to not have fire insurance on a house anymore, but you never get back all you lost. And one of the reasons is you lose so much that is irreplaceable, like family pictures and heirlooms and things that just mean more to you. Maybe nothing much of anything to anybody else, but to you is priceless. I know I've got a lot of stuff like that I sure want to pass on to generation, and had things passed on to me from generation to generation as well. And big old ducks out there in the lake making quite a wake. I thought it was deer swimming across there for a second. There's so much wake. But Red Tag and her beautiful babies. Yes, they are. It is a beautiful but cold Sunday morning. Apache. I don't know what we'd do without Apache. Apache's our lifesaver. Apache, I got Chris's Chariot out yesterday and washed it. It's nice and pretty and clean. We've gotten dirty, and we've been gone a couple of weeks, and it's actually sitting in the building, still gets it dirty, especially with all the dust we had through here, through the extremely high winds and that dust storm coming out of western Oklahoma and the panhandle of Texas. And so it just was that their car was filthy. Apache gets it out and cleans it up. And I'm going to have to clean my Ram truck up this week and get my Shell Rotella stickers on there. It's a brand new truck and still haven't got my Rotella stickers in there. We look over toward the feeder. We see that there's just a half a dozen or so deer out there, mostly all bucks. Might be a doe over there to the left, but these three over here to the right are bucks. And I don't know where all the other deer are. There might be more than 3 over there. I don't know, but there's at least 3. You can see the nubbins on TC there. I don't know if that's TC or that other deer. To the left is TC. I think that was TC there in the middle. But those 3 bucks right there, the nubbins are beginning to grow already. You can see the knobs are sticking up pretty good there. The deer to the right might be. TC, I think, is off to the left. But anyway, it's a couple of bucks right there. And that's all the deer that's out there this morning, which is kind of unusual that there's not more that showed up. Well, there's actually 5 there. I see another one sticking their head out back there behind. So I guess it's probably 5 deer there this morning is all. Well, no, I see another one back there. maybe more than that. They're back in behind the feeder, back in behind the tree. There's actually more deer there than what we were thinking about. So our electric is out again. We're fighting the electric. It's all got to do with the power going through the Generac power generator. And we had a piece that's messed up on that Generac that's just kind of gone out, and probably again had to do something on the installation of it, which Hunter Eaton Air, which we obviously don't use anymore because of their many mess ups and lies. But anyway, we've got a guy working on that, and we've got a part ordered from Generac. Generac was really great and nice, and when we talked to them on the phone, and they're actually ordering the 2 parts, and hopefully get that fixed next week. But right now the generator's out. I mean, the generator is not out. The electric's out in half the house, and it's because of power running through that generator. But at any rate, we're going to run some extension cords in, plug a refrigerator and freezers in. Those are the only thing that's out, that half the house's electric is working, and that part is not. So we will run some extension cords from the outlets that's working to the outlets that's not working, which the refrigerator and freezers are on. At least get those going, and won't run all of our food, because we definitely need food, because Chris likes to eat. But right now, taking my beautiful Chris to church on a beautiful Sunday morning. By the way, it got down to 38 degrees. 38 degrees last night. And just think about it. It was 86 or 87 just a few days ago. Amazing. But it's going to warm up again, because spring has sprung. Yes, sir. Here's where our problem is right here, is in this Generac box. And we think that's where the power's going through. But I think the Generac I think it's all right. It's just a piece messed up in there, or something's wired incorrectly that's causing it to mess up. But you can see we got more deer out here this morning. You can see we have more deer out here this morning than we did earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right here. There's more back over out in that direction. Looks like that's some bucks over there as well. It's awful big doe. Deer laying down over there. Isn't that something? Yeah. Everybody's in pretty good shape. The wind's starting to blow a little bit from the north. It's cold out here, really cold. The deer are always here Sunday morning when we get ready to go to church. Patsy and I have been moving refrigerators and freezers so we can just hook some extension cords up to them, because thankfully only power's out in part of the house. Basically one half of the house is out. And we can run extension cords and run our freezer and refrigerator, keep all our food from spoiling. So it's all good. It's all good. It's just a Sunday morning problem. We're gonna go praise God for a couple hours here. That should solve everything. Yes, it should. Big old bucks there.